Hello there, everybody, and today for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm reviewing Tokka versus the World. So this is the episode where we get the return of Tokka from a few episodes back in the space arc, and she has returned to retrieve Chompy. And it's up to the Turtles to prevent her from destroying the whole Earth, because Tokka is super powerful. But also Raphael wants to keep Chompy because he loves him very much. So this is definitely another Raphael episode. Matter of fact, there's been a lot of Raph episodes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But and I gotta say, this episode's definitely an interesting one. It's nice to see this is like the sort of last space episode in this show. It's like a continuation of it. But then like the final space arc is like in season 5. But it opens with like Raph and Chompy having a good time. He's playing with him, and then Mikey shows up, and they're even playing with like their action figures. It's all good fun, but it's interrupted when Splinter shows up. He's saying that they have to turn on the channel news, and it appears that Tokka is now entering the Earth's atmosphere, looking for Chompy, and they're wondering if it ties to him. But that's where like we get the return of like Agent Bishop, who is wondering what Tokka is after for, but we also get a new character. We get like his boss, this one general guy, and so the Turtles and Casey all gathered together to basically go to TCRI, it's now been redone basically. Like there's no more Krang. We do see some Utrons. I don't know if it's the Utrons or the Krang, but now they got newer weapons. They got, like, basically stuff, all the Krang stuff, and they're going to use it on Tokka. And they still got their military force, but when the Turtles and Casey show up, it basically doesn't go well. They tell Casey and Mikey to stay behind, and they have a feeling it's because they'll just goof off. But that's where Casey and Mikey end up getting ambushed by a bunch of the guards there, and they're taken to experimentation. While the other three Turtles with Chompy go to Bishop, and they try to explain what's going on, but they're not believed by the guards there, and they end up attacking our Turtles. But they want to use a Krang stealth ship to go near Tokka and basically talk to her about Chompy, so she doesn't destroy the planet. But things are not really going well for our characters. Bishop actually has a change of heart at first. He's first like shocked that they have the creature Chompy, but he then switches sides and tells them to escape with the pod so they can talk to Tokka. But as Tokka's going on, as everyone's attacking Tokka, they keep shooting at her, and like she's just shooting out fire, and it's like destroying buildings, even attaching himself to buildings. And I feel like this is a bigger look at Tokka. Like it looks super cool. And Tokka in the original was like a mutant, but in this they decided to go full on lava turtle, asteroid, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, things are not going well, but things do take a turn for Mikey and Casey, who are getting questioned by their general. But Casey ends up escaping, and he actually tases one of the guards, but the two are saved by Bishop at the last second. And this sounds like a nitpick, but like I felt like that subplot was kind of pointless. And I did like the line where Casey's like, he's like saying how the Turtles are his sidekick, but Mikey's like, Casey, you're actually kind of our sidekick. So yeah, that's a fair point for Mikey. Yeah, Casey just views himself as like the top hero, when really he's the sidekick at the end of the day, if you really think about it. But they're saved by Bishop, and everything gets resolved, but their ship gets knocked down when the Turtles try to use their stealth ship. But I think they use like another one. Raph uses it solo, and they did try to take down the Tokka, but Raph ends up having a heart-to-heart with Chompy. And we actually see Tokka very up close. It looks very terrifying. But very unique. But Raph ends up having to give away Chompy. He has a heart-to-heart with him, like I said. And Leo's like telling him to hurry up. But Tokka's takes away Chompy. But we think that's it for Chompy. But it turns out he decides to let Chompy stay on Earth with Raph, despite the fact that Chompy could end up becoming a giant turtle in 100 years. But yeah, things would probably be very different in 100 years for our fellow characters. But Raph says thank you to Tokka. So yeah, this episode definitely shows Raph's true heart, in my opinion. That's what I really like about it. And the day is saved. Tokka goes back home, even though she probably would have almost destroyed the Earth. And our characters are celebrating. And Splinter actually asks Raph what he's going to do with Chompy in 100 years. He's like, oh, we'll deal with whatever comes. But, it's ironic. In the Mutant Apocalypse episodes, we do see Chompy. And he's very large. I'm questioning if those episodes are canon, but we'll talk about that when we get to those episodes. But this was a fun episode. I felt we got a nice send-off and a nice cute episode with Chompy and Raph. And I do like where he blows fire into Raph's face. So yeah, this episode was definitely a lot of fun. So I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. But next episode is The Tales of Tiger Claw. I'm excited to talk about that episode. So with that being said, thanks for watching.